Oh, look at little Freddy. He had to get pushed into service the other day because everything else seemed to be hooked up to something and I needed to move some stuff. So he performed his task flawlessly, and now we're going to reward him with some more new parts. So here we go. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Freddie the Oliver Man. This is Freddy the 1450. And if you've been following our progress of trying to make him more better, we are down to some wiring stuff. Last time we fought and fought and fought some more. And fought and then fought again, you know, because why not? Trying to get the key switch put in, which is hiding. But we got that issue solved after building another new key switch. And I did a lot off camera on that video, or after that video, because of frustration mainly. But that left us with another problem here, and I think I explained it in one of the previous videos. And that is that Freddy's poor little fuse box there, it's got a broken piece and it won't hold fuses. So what to do, you know? I have the cover for that one. It's in that army box that used to be the toolbox on the side. But I looked around on the old interwebs and I found, believe it or not, another fuse box. And it is almost identical. It's labeled the same way and everything. However, there is one difference, and I'll probably have to take it off of there to show you that, so you understand what I'm talking about. This is kind of neat. It came in this box. It came from Egypt, so it's got this squiggle writing on it, which I don't know what language that is, but that's pretty neat. I've never gotten anything that had that on there. So what we're going to do, I think, is first take this off. I've had it off once before, so I know the bolts will come loose. Let me just set you right there, like y'all, and we will try to get us a flat-headed something or other that will go. I'm using my screwdriver from a viewer. Klein tool screwdriver. Is that big enough to do this task? I couldn't find this for a while, and then I realized I knocked it on the ground in that video where I got aggravated and shoved all the stuff off that parts tractor. It was laying down there. Alright. Now before I was kind of scared about all these wires, but now I pretty well have an understanding of where they all go because I've had everything loose on this tractor, so I understand now. And I will explain it to you so that it might make sense. Okay, when we first started with this, there I lost a little paper spacer, but that's fine. Let me turn it around here so as we can maybe get, that's not even hooked up right, so we'll just do that. Okay, you see this little fuse box like this. In comes your white wire from the key switch, and that runs your headlights. It's banded together with this post. There's no wire in there, but the power comes from the switch into here. It then goes through these two lower fuses to the left and right headlights. Each fuse has a separate fuse, or each, you know what I'm saying, each light has a separate fuse. And then it is in pairs of, you see how there's two wires, yellow and black stripe, two wires just plain yellow. That signifies the left and right. One wire goes backwards to the dash and one wire goes forwards on each one, because there actually was the option to have, like, I think there was white light option for both rear fenders, but I'm pretty sure these were probably wired up to the tail lights, which were on all the time. So that would be one position of the key switch. In the next position of the key switch, it sends power through, let's say, this green wire. It comes into the fuse box, and then it leaves through this pair of green wires, and that goes to each front light, and that would be through this fuse. You see there, let me take this out. The metal tab is this way to make space for the fuse, but they come in and leave through just this fuse. And then in the next position of the key, the power comes in here, and then it leaves through here and goes out to where it's supposed to go. And actually now, I think that explains this extra wire was probably banded to that wire and has since pulled away. You can see what I'm saying. So that's where that would have went. So that explains that problem. What I am going to do is make this in such a way where when you turn the key on, it's like the Charles City tractors. One position will be headlights, and the next position will be headlights and, let's say, white light on the fender. And then the next position will be white light on the back fender goes off. The hazard flashers that I put on the tractor will start flashing, and then the red light will come on. So that's all well and good. And like I said, the other fuse box is identical except for one problem. The top has a jumper bar in it between these two, and so that would make them both hot all the time, and I'm not going to have that. So I'm going to have to bust that bar out so I can get my individual positions. You see what I'm saying, if that makes sense. Otherwise, this fuse box is the same. Like I said, they're even labeled the same in the book with the numbers, like 54/1, 30-2, whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure out how to take that apart. And in order to get my lights to the back, I'm going to have to go look. And I had a roll of trailer light wire, which is what I like to use for lighting because you got 4 wires together. But I'm going to pull out this set of wires and then this set of wires and not use them. I'm going to run my own to the back, and that will give us what we want. And I'll probably go ahead and put the flasher up here under the dash too whilst we're at it. That just seems like that would make more sense than having it somewhere, like, you know, farther back. We'll just put it under the hood here. So that's what we're going to do. So step 1 is going to be working on our new fuse box, and we'll do that now. All right, I'm not really sure how to go about this, so I'm sure I'll do it wrong. All we have to do is bust out that bar, but we don't want to destroy our fuse box. And I'm not sure if I can just, if I could get it pried away from there, I could probably cut it. And then I can, you know what I'm saying? Because the only thing we want to do is interrupt that circuit. We don't want these two connected. But we don't want to destroy the rest of our fuse box. Oh, I forgot that that was not made into there. So I just slingshotted the cover. Cool. All right, we're getting there. This might require patience in order to do what I want. Yeah, it's working. If I can get it split in the middle, then I can break it off farther back. There, that's what I'm wanting. Huh. Isn't it amazing that a guy would pay $50 for an original fuse box and then immediately start destroying it? I think we don't want that to roll down and get on top of the other one, so we're going to put it that way. And we're going to take this one off. Alright, that is interrupted now, so this is exactly like the other fuse box in the wiring fashion. And then see what we will do is we will take our, I bought 100 of these because I got a whole slew of Fiats now, and they take 8 amp fuses, and I'm sick of buying little multi-packs to only get a couple 8 amps and then having others left. And so I eBayed these. Then I promptly washed them in my pocket in the laundry, And so they've been through all that. I hope they're still good and they haven't shrunk in the dryer. Wouldn't that be funny? Not really. So, does this make sense what I'm doing? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Come on, get in there. Okay, there's one. I'm having a heck of a time here, folks. I don't want to bend it, so I'm going to put that down so I don't do something dumb. I want them to hold nicely together, nicely and tightly. It's no wonder that the other one is broken. This fuse box is something else. I don't like that. So I'm not going to stop until I destroy it. There we go. These fuses I bought, I am not impressed with the quality of them. It's like they got to be positioned a certain way in order to fit in there good. Okay, we got to quit while we're ahead. Alright, I think we got us something that will pass. This thing that fell out was just like a little cardboard cover that was behind there. So we'll put that back in too. So what we're gonna do, if we can see what we're doing, we're going to take this pair of wires, which is not gonna be easy, I guess, getting these out of there. That's gonna go in the new fuse box, like y'all. Come on. Okay. So that is our one side. Let's take, that was already pulled out of there once before. Let's do green. Alright, green power in. Gonna go there. Oh, I immediately regret this. Come on. Immediately. Come on. Why won't you go? Are you staying in there? I think it will. Alright, then that takes us to the white one, which can go in either position of the center because they are connected together. This is kind of difficult. See, Freddy's hood now, because of my muffler situation, is not staying up, you know, hitched a muffler. So I have to do some work so I can use the hood prop, because that would sure be handy, see, to have this holding itself up in the air. We'll deal with that later though. Alright, now gray. It's gonna go in the third one. Come on in there. Come on! Come on. It's moving along. There we go. And finally the double yellow. And double yellow. Alright, that's gonna go on the outer. Okay, we're gonna say that's adequate. The old fuse box we will take loose. The green, we're not gonna use that, and we're not gonna use this. We're gonna run our own. But we first have to get our new wire, and we can stick that up in the bottom without having the fuse box disconnected. So, yeah. Now we're gonna take this was kind of a problem the last time I did it too. I had trouble getting that cardboard thing. Is kind of missing a tab. So it just barely will go. Come on, you. What did I do with the old screwdriver? Well, I lost it already. Why? Because I'm an idiot. Yes, I am. Okay, there's one. Getting there. I'm going to snug them up both and then go back. Go back and even them out. Yep, we just did a fuse delete. I'm having all kinds of issues here. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put that back in after deleting that. Jeez, I can't do anything in this with the... There. Okay. I think we're fine now. That one's kind of loose. Let's tighten her up a little bit. There. Okay. Like I said, we're not using these 3 wires now because they go forward to each front headlight, because that other one had like high and low beam situation going on. So I'm going to tuck those out of the way and make my own, which I have not got. We're going to go dig the wire up here shortly. I don't know if I have a flasher either, but we can put those in the alternate positions there, and then we will have us something, see. So for now we're done in the fuse box until we get our wire after a while. So we can put the cover on. I guess the cover goes like this. And put that on with the knob. There. Freddy is officially got a good fuse box sealed up. So, like I said, I'll get my wires after a while if I can find that roll. And we'll run it back there somewhere and put plugs and stuff on it. And then have it set up here where we can make her happen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway, I also bought some of those bullet style things to put on the end of the wire, but I don't remember what I did with those now. So, and that is our wire I have run up here for our temperature gauge whenever I figure out that thread and we get that situation handled. Let's put this. Come here, Freddy. I know, I do this every time and people say, well, you're still working, but if I don't, then something will come up and I'll get called away and it'll sit open, and I don't want to do that. So perhaps we should test run again and make sure we did not lose any progress. Would that not make sense? I believe it would. So, battery cut off. So don't worry, people who said you're gonna have a battery drain because you're an idiot and did it wrong. Well, maybe, but probably not, because I shut the battery off. Headlight, no headlight because that bulb's burned out. So that takes us to our next adventure today, which is going to be engineering a new headlight. I bought another one and we're gonna have to grind on the glass in order to make this go. I don't like to do it, but that's what you gotta do. So, yeah. Quick change of our tool. If I remember right, one of these is still metric. It's probably the bottom one. And the other one is Americanized now, because that's how it worked out when I got new fasteners. So we don't want to lose it, is what I'm saying. Yeah, see, that was, we'll lay it on the battery where we're sure to lose it. Man. Doing this one-handed is not easy. That's what she said. See, dropped it already. Okay. Maybe they're all 3 metric still. I don't remember. I got what I could, is what I'm saying. Had a lot of issues with stuff. Now, this probably is not going to come off easily, so I'm going to have to put you down. I guess we can do this weird situation. Angle. Where you watch as I destroy all my hard work over the past weeks. In just a second. Probably. There's the notch. I thought there was a notch to get them out. Yeah. Oh, quick dismount. That was not what I wanted. But you see, it was just sitting in there, because that's the way it's made now, with the grinding. What a shame that a brand new bulb, she ain't a no good no more. But this was our experimentation light, so we had to learn some things to make this go. Yeah, okay. All right, so we're gonna take this light ring and the light, and we're gonna make us a more better light. A light that actually lights. So let's go do that. All right, this was a very scientific process last time, by which I did not use the marker. And I believe that if I do use the marker this time, I might have some better results. I'm gonna mark where all the objects are that have to be accounted for. See this screw in the bottom here. But I think if I grind out now, those spots will be good to go. I looked at this one and I really don't know where I went too deep, but obviously I did somewhere. It might have been that one. Somewhere though I had to go a little bit too far and let it get where it got moisture in there, because as soon as it lit up, you could see it started getting foggy in there. So yeah, take number 2. Well, hopefully we can get this one. All right, attempt number 1. We're gonna see how badly I possibly screwed this up. Well, that ain't gonna work, is it? Let's see, is the other side smaller? Yes. All right. All right. We've got to try to get that in there. Boy, how did I screw that up so bad? I don't have that right at all. I figured we wouldn't get it in the first try. We got to get there. Hey, maybe we did. Did we? We're very close. I think we need to get What do we need to get? This one needs a little more. Right? I mean, that's the only thing that's not. I'm pretty sure the other one laid in there all the way. Let's experiment and find out. Did this one lay in there totally? Yes, it did. It lays in there nice. So, what do we got to do to this one to make it do that thing? It's everywhere but right here, I think. And possibly the bottom two notches need a little more. I don't know if a guy would take a file and fine tune it this time instead of the. Is file harder than glass? I don't know. That's the problem here, is that we're working with pretty solid material. And I don't know that we can do it with what we have. I could try to file that down a little more, but we really don't have any to spare on this as much. Because I originally intended that we would have tabs on all four corners, but it don't work out that way. See, if I turn it like that, it's super duper close. Like, why isn't it going the rest of the way? I think that's good, actually. I'm thinking less is more. I'm thinking if I put this on there now again. Let's get that all the way up to the top like it was. Maybe I got to cut the top to get it square, because it's got to be, yeah, that we're going to have to do a little more cutting. That one I might get, but this one I won't. It's just too... Oh, now I'm all out of whack. Boy, it's so close. Why won't it go in there? That one would go. That one will not. Okay, we're gonna go cut the grooves just a shade more. All right, that is much more better. It lays down in there now the way I want. And I think these will go in now as I had designed them, very haphazardly. I hope this one will go. If not, maybe back to the grinder. Basically, I don't think they'll get out of there. It's just a... Come on. Now, come on. See, that one ain't gonna go now. Where do you go? There we go. I think that'll stay in there. Pushing against it pretty aggressively, and it ain't moving. we're gonna roll with it. I can't get you square, so you're gonna have to just do the best you can. I ain't no genius here, folks. I should get the tripod. Wouldn't that make sense? It would. I won't do it though. That would require me to get up. Let's sure hope that this bulb works, because I don't want to have to do this a third time. Okay, I'm gonna stick that for now, like right here. I bet I'm gonna have to grind on that bulb more to get that bottom thing in. Dang it. I don't think I'll get the bottom screw in. Yeah, I'm betting I won't. Shoot. Well, dagnabbit. We might be taking her all apart again. Pause. Alright, like take 6. Not really. I just had to take it off and grind again. Let's try it again. Let's turn on lights. Light. Yes. Freddy has got both headlights now. Good deal. So we'll try to put this back together now, as this was no easy conglomeration to figure this out back when I did it the first time. Boy, I hope that that's gonna go like that. It seems like probably because the bottom is not. Yeah, this is a real hassle, friends. Let's see here. Probably have to put you down to get the screws in, but that's okay. You don't need to see a guy put a trim ring in. It's basic stuff. All right, let's try it one more time, just to be sure, now that we got her back together, that she did not mess up. Yay, we got it. Freddy's got lights. So that means our wiring is correct, our fuse box is working, and now all we have to do is run our wiring from up here back. I'll probably follow those tubes like I said, and then maybe split it off here and run back to each fender, and then we will spider web in the air just blew on myself. That's nice. But anyway, like I'm saying, we'll get that wiring back there and we'll make some nice plugs and stuff and have it ready to go, where when you turn on the key, we're gonna have one position a white light come on, and then the other position we're gonna have a red light come on and some flashers. So that way we're pretty well compliant for the way our laws are here in the old US of A. But I think we've got us something now. We managed to pull one out of the woodwork again and find a part that I did not think would be able to be had. And we'll keep this one for emergency spare reference, I guess. I don't know. It's got the original cover. Maybe I want to put that one on this fuse box so that the diagram is exactly the same. So anyway, and we got fuses, see? We can probably put some of those in that Heritage tractor so that they're ready to go, because it is missing some of the correct amp fuses. But I'm happy. I think we got us something. We got a fuse box swap. We got our headlights done. So from here, halfway back, I think we're pretty well done on Freddy. He's ready to roll. Now we just need to tackle the back end, particularly the fenders. They are tremendously rough, as I pointed out in the other video, and I want to get the back wheels off, cleaned up and painted. Don't know if I'll tackle that this season or not, or just wait till like next summer, because we got plenty of other stuff that should be done before winter, like the 1550, its rim, and you know, that's the way it is. I've also got projects of other people's to work on. I've got more stuff in the works I'm trying to acquire, so that will be projects if I get that done. So there's just no ending to this, you know, it just goes on and on. But we're making progress on little Freddy. The only thing I won't have gauge-wise when I'm done is tachometer. And somebody said, why don't you get it rebuilt? Well, that's not the problem. It's not necessarily the tachometer, as I ain't got no guts in here anymore. See? You can see clear through it. So we're gonna have to figure that situation out. See, I don't know that there's any of those parts to be had. Other people say they don't have them on theirs. So we'll have to work on that affair at some point, but that's a low priority right now. We got it where it starts easy, it runs and drives, it steers, and now we got headlights. So if we can get lights all the way around, then it's going to be ready to roll, usable thing that we can hop on anytime, and we can make it more better as we go. I'm looking at all the ADD's kicking in again. I'm looking at all this dirt that got all over him somehow, but that's neither here nor there. So another Freddy video, and I think we're going to say that it's a success. We also have to work on this grill. I've said that many times. Got to go get that other piece, and then Freddy will be just the way he's supposed to be. So I think we'll leave this and call this a video right here. As always, if you enjoy the videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment. That stuff doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me out. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.